Girl, I can't believe them heifers done fought in quiet brand new house. Y'all ready to talk about it? Shut the music! Oh yes, bitches and hoes. I'm back.
I drop a player like it's nothing, it ain't working out. Now no debate or for discussion, bitch, I'm walking out. My time is money, I ain't loving, let you toss it out. Flip my weave and walk it out. Look how I just bossed it out. Now come on, baby, why you bugging? We can't talk it out. I keeps it moving, I ain't tripping, lost another spouse. I'm just a boss, it's in my blood, no, I won't scream or shout. Grabbing my keys.
Cause oh yes, bitches and hoes, I'm back. Back with another video. We're here to discuss Married to Medicine season. Girl, I don't know. It's gonna be down in the doggone description. Girl, why them girls fighting in quiet new house? It's a nice house too. She got pieces in her house, and you have to decide to throw blows in the kitchen/den. I ought to beat both of y'all up and put y'all out and call the police. Ain't fighting in my new house. Let's get into the episode. So the episode begins where we left off last week, girl. Toya is over there. Toya's friend was about to slap the shit out of Anila, and I heard she did. And Heavenly tells Toya the rumor that they say she's sleeping with somebody in the neighborhood. Now Heavenly whispers this to Toya and said, "Look, girl, I'm only telling you because this is what the people is saying. They said you're sleeping with one of the neighbors." So now Toya looks over and said, "Which one of you all said it? Because I throw my shoe at your head right now." Nobody wants to claim the doggone mess. I don't blame you, Toya. I would have had the same reaction because now y'all going too far. Y'all going too far. This is not what we doing. Anila get her confessional and say she don't know where the rumor originated. Girl, like Heavenly said, girl, they said the girl Zayna is the one around there saying it. Zayna ain't want to say she said it, but I feel like Zayna said that. Because Anila over there, you screwed up the whole neighborhood. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah. Zayna was the one around there telling everybody, and you probably spreaded it too with her. But anyway, as Toya jumping up to walk away, because Toya was just like, girl, let me leave. Dr. Simone over there saying, I knew I should have got her out of here a long time ago. Toya, no, I think it's Contessa. Contessa told her, girl, you need to tell your husband what these people are saying. Let him know right away. So Toya goes tell Eugene that basically Anila going around saying I'm sleeping with somebody in the house. I mean, in the neighborhood. And Eugene was like, what? He ain't fazed by it. Then she goes on to tell Anila's mama, your daughter right here telling people I'm giving up my puss in boots to somebody in the neighborhood. You get it? Then she tells Eugene as Audra's sitting there, and yeah, she over there counting out finances, putting out not elevators, doggone calculators and all that stuff. And this makes Audra jump up because Audra was like, I heard my name. What happened? So Audra jumps up and was like, girl, I am a real estate attorney. That's what I do. See, you don't have one of those, so you don't know that that's what we do. But yeah, I did that. Said what I said and did what I did. So now Dr. Eugene's got Toya. And, you know, he's over there with Toya. And on the flip side, Dr. Simone is telling Dr. Martin, you know, I think it's best you just get your wife and y'all go ahead on home. And look at Dr. Martin. You know what? You're right. Let me go grab my wife. But Dr. Martin, you didn't move fast enough. Girl, we get to the other side. Audra's over there telling Toya, girl, I said what I said. Y'all broke. Y'all ain't got it. Whatever the case may be. Toya, this is what I saw. And I could be wrong. Toya did kind of get close to her first. Now, Audra, you did jump in her face heavy. And then next thing you know, Toya mushed Audra. And it looked like Audra had to process it for a second before she could swing. But once it got processed, she went to throw them bows. Now, the problem with that is, girl, you is in quiet house. Like Quiet said, y'all have us fighting in my house, you break it, you buy it. According to what Audra said, Toya and them ain't got the money to buy nothing. So Dr. Eugene, get your wife. Listen, Audra, your reaction time was a little delayed, girl. Although it was a lot, you know, that you got up there and made it a thing, you know, about the whole Toya thing. Girl, you supposed to swing. Just like Toya's initial and natural reaction was to mush your ass. You don't have time to process that when after being mushed. You got to just go ahead on with whatever the instinct tell you to do. So I don't know if you hit her. It looked like you might have. I'm not sure. But the blow came, and the blow looked like if she would have landed, it would have connected and it wouldn't have been pretty. That's all I'm saying. But anyway, Dr. Jackie's sitting there unbothered, girl, in her chair, legs crossed, looking. I want to be like Dr. Jackie, but see, I'm too messy and nosy, girl. I'll be over there trying to find out what's going on with the fight. Quiet Auntie is over there saying, y'all have us done lost your mind. Quiet has done all this to get this beautiful home by herself, and you have us gonna come in here and tear it up. Get out. Quiet had to tell the girls, my auntie said what she said. Now that's my auntie. Don't play with her and don't talk crazy, but y'all got to go. So now they usher everybody up out of the house. Girl, Toya and Eugene is over there trying to explain to Quiet what happened, and basically Eugene was like, well, she got in Toya's face first, so that's probably why, why Toya mushed her. Quiet was like, well, I understand that, and if I didn't know, I would understand that too, but I feel like it was a mutual getting in my face type of situation. It wasn't just like Audra just jumped up in that girl's face. Toya started going toward her to rewind it. I might try to find a slow clip to put it in here for y'all. I'm just saying. But he's over there telling her that Contessa basically said they playing a dangerous game with the telephone crap in people's marriage. I agree with you, Contessa. Toya tells Simone she held herself well tonight. And Dr. Simone said, you done lost your rabbit ass mind. Girl, Toya was like, listen, I just mushed her. I ain't hit her. So I felt like I held myself together. Dr. Simone gave her confessional and said, girl, not only did my friend not handle herself well, the heifer is crazy. We've been saying that. Let's move on. Heavenly and Audra go to Anila house. And on the flip side, we got Contessa, Simone, and Toya at lunch. Now, let me tell you what happened, girl. So, Heavenly and Audra pull up to Anila house. And Heavenly asks Audra, what happened, girl? What happened? How did you get into a doggone fight, girl? You was an attorney. You out here throwing blows? Who you think you is? Little young jock wife? Girl, what is going on? And Audra was like, girl, I don't know what happened, honestly. I really don't know. And she was like, it's just with Toya, she's always starting something. Every time you turn around and she talking about the fashion, she talking about my job. I was over it. And they played the flashback and Toya, you did kind of antagonize the girl. But Audra, next time you get up in somebody's face, you got to be ready to throw the blows about 1 second sooner. 1 second to get your ass knocked out. You got to be throwing them blows immediately. You get it? Heavenly was like, how in the hell is you able to put all this girl business out with her taxes and her, her housing and stuff? Is there some type of HIPAA law? No, Heavenly, like Audra said, this is public information. I could look up your taxes and all that too right now, but I don't do all that because ain't got the time or the money. Ain't doing it. I don't care about nobody that much. But yeah, Audra was like, girl, ain't no HIPAA law, girl. This is all public information. Pull up your county tax commissioner's office and you can find out all the T's. Especially when it pertains to like taxes and liens and all that BS. But anyway, so on the flip side, Simone, Contessa, and Toya is at lunch, and Contessa is trying to find out how the hell all this stuff started. And basically, Toya's whole thing is she got in my face. If she wouldn't have got in my face, then we wouldn't have been here. Like, she needs to learn to respect my space. Simone was like, but Toya, you swung on that girl first. Toya was like, I didn't swing, I just mushed her. Like Contessa said, not Contessa, Simone. Girl, a mush, a swing, a slap, it's all the same. You started it, girl. You did it first. But, Toya don't see it like that. But, on the flip side, Anila tells Heavenly she's the one who started the BS by telling that girl what the hell happened. Anila is right. Heavenly, you did start it. Anila over there acting like she, not Anila. Heavenly over there acting like that's a lie. Because, when Heavenly got in the truck, when her and Daddy left the party, Heavenly was like, it wasn't on me, babe. I ain't got nothing to do with that. I ain't in that. Yes, shit was, and yes, shit is. It wouldn't have popped off if you wouldn't have said nothing. Now, I get it if you being a friend, but you got to stand in that fact. But Heavenly don't feel like she had nothing to do with that. She was like, girl, I wasn't the one throwing blows, but you was the one that ignited the blow session. That's all we saying, Heavenly. That's all. But anyway, Heavenly feels like she just wanted her to know, but she didn't believe that Toya was out here sleeping with everybody or whatever the case may be. Anila claims that she didn't believe that the rumor either. Girl, Anila, stop the cap. And if you didn't believe it, that means you was even more malice and spreading that BS around, like I said. But Heavenly asked if she thought bringing Zayna was a problem. And Anila was like, well, honestly, she was already on the way. Quiet invited her. I just said you can ride with me. Well, then technically, it would be Quiet's issue, not Anila's. We got to call a spade here. If Quiet, and we already know Quiet was the one invited her, because Heavenly, you said you heard her on the phone inviting her. It's not Anila's fault. It's Quiet's. I'm just saying. Now, on the flip side, Simone asks how Eugene is taking it. And like Toya said, girl, my husband is good. He don't believe I'm out here cheating, but Dr. Eugene, you do be at work a lot. You don't know what's going on. I'm not saying she cheating, but you don't know what's going on. So now Simone asked Toya if she knew about the rumors before all of this happened. And Toya was like, girl, no, I didn't know nothing. I thought they were talking about the rumor about Quiet. Now Contessa was like, wait, what rumor about Quiet? And Dr. Simone had to tell her, girl, Dr. Contessa, they saying that Quiet is around here sleeping with the doggone contractor. Now, I ain't gonna lie. If you gotta sleep with somebody you can benefit from. That's my opinion. Toya, the only problem I had with you was you just had a whole fight and argument about somebody saying you cheating on your husband, but yet you getting a doggone confessional and say maybe Quiet needed some time. She probably slept with him. Some married man or whatever. It's the hypocrisy for me, Toya. You literally just got in your feelings because somebody said you was sleeping with the neighbor, but yeah, you can get in your confessional and laugh about Quiet allegedly or possibly sleeping with a doggone contractor. At the end of the day, Quiet is a single woman. If she was sleeping with the contractor and she ain't married, he is. If she did it, y'all got life and bullshit messed up. Y'all gonna have to start remembering. People ain't gotta respect your vows. Y'all do. Anyway, I didn't appreciate that from Toya. That's just my opinion. Contessa didn't know, girl. Contessa was dumbfounded. She was like, oh my God, this is just too much. Let's move on. Dr. Daddy, Dr. Karen, and Dr. Scott is at work, and we get to watch them men at work, and I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Anita said her husband is nicer to his patients, and Dr. Karen said, no, my patients actually listen. That's the only reason I'm nicer than them. Dr. Scott said he's great to his patients, and Daddy said the combos with his patients is the most important. That's why he good at what he do, because the combos is way more important than anything. You know what I'm saying? And then Dr. Heavenly get up talking about, see, because that's why them bitches mad, because my man, he don't cheat. He a good man. We sleep together. We have sex every night, and that's why them heifers mad at my man, because my man is a good man to me. Girl, Heavenly, you're projecting, fat. Not projecting. You acting crazy, because I don't believe half of what you say y'all be having. Even Dr. Daddy be looking down like this heifer crazy. Whew, let's move on. Anila mom is at her house, and her mama come downstairs telling her, girl, look, this house is just too big. It's a lot going on. And Anila said, you know, mama, we need to talk. Girl, the house dirtier than it was before you got here. Girl, it's like having a third child. You don't cook, you don't clean, you don't do nothing. The churn breakfast still on the table from earlier. They showed the table. And in my mind, I'm like, you got to be a nasty you know what. But you know, Anila mama's whole thing is, girl, I'm not your maid. I can't help you watch these badass churn, but I ain't your maid. And you don't tell me what to do. But Anila's whole thing is, girl, I only had you here to be my maid. What is you saying? But the mama put on her little scarf and tried to act like a maid and was like, you want me to wash and clean and scrub like this. And Anila was like, girl, you really doing the most right now. You really is doing the most. Long story short, Anila tells her mama, I don't think it's working out. I think, you know, I wanted you to come out here to help me, but this ain't gonna work, fat. It's time for you to hit the road, Jack, and don't you come back when no more. Anita mama said, girl, bye. I'm ready to get back to Savannah to my house anyway. You ain't said nothing. Bye. And walks on up the stairs. Listen, get that lady back to Savannah immediately. Moving on, Contessa goes see her trainer because the competition is a few weeks away. The trainer says she's still fat, and I'm trying to find the fat. Because if he says she's fat, then I'm a big, nasty, fat, dirty dog heifer. But anyway, she's getting competition. She's getting lessons on how to walk, but it's gonna be from a man. And immediately I'm like, he gay? But no, he looked like he was a straight man. And I'm not saying that all men look gay, or gay men look gay. But you know, he teaches her how to walk, and Contessa is very awkward. Very, very awkward. But he teaching her how to, you know, let loose, girl. Be sexy. I know it's a muscle contest, but still be sexy, girl. The people want to see sexy. But Contessa said, look, I ain't walked in about 20 years. And that was when I ain't had no churn, no husband, no nothing, girl. I was confident it ain't nothing to do but learn how to walk. Girl, I got things going on. I can't just be, you know, spending all my time learning how to walk. You feel me? Moving on, Mason is telling Quiet if the picture break, it's all on you. So Quiet wants Mason to help her mama pick this picture up off the floor and put it on the table. Now Mason is 6, but like Quiet said, he's 60. Mason tells Quiet, look, this picture is heavy. I'm a baby, I'm only 6 years old. If I pick this picture up and the dog gonna fall and break, it's on you because you the one asked me to do it. Mason, you know you really have been here before. I like children like that though, cause they logical and they reason and ration real good at a young age. I love it. I'm here for it. But basically they're over there because it's Quad's brother's birthday, the one who passed. Now Mason's mom pull up, and I forgot Mason's mama and her brother lived with them when Mason was a little bitty baby. And the first thing came to my mind was, well, why you gotta raise him? Why his mama don't have him? But I ain't getting in their business because it ain't my business. That was just something that came to my mind. But the mama pull up on there, talk to Mason or whatever, and they go out and let the lanterns go. They let the lanterns go and say their words for their brother, for Quad's brother, and it was a sentimental moment. And like Quad said, it's hard losing a brother. I lost a brother as well. 2 years after I lost my sister, I know exactly what she's talking about and how she feels. Prayers and all that go out to Quad and her mama and, everything or whatever the case may be. I've gone through it. You never get over it. You only learn how to cope with it. Let's move on. We move to the next scene. Dr. Jackie is doing an interview for a new doctor. The new doctor girl look good. And I guess this new doctor girl is supposed to be the one who's going to take over. Because Dr. Jackie said, girl, look, I got business ventures outside of this that I need to do. I don't need to work 9 to 5 no more. I just need to work a couple of hours, come get my celebrity patients and go on out the door. Because I got other things going on. She said, my husband always told me I work too much and don't have time for him. But guess what? Now I'm going to have time. Go ahead on. Shout out to Dr. Jackie. Listen, Dr. Jackie got to be the most successful one on here when it comes to other ventures outside her actual practice. Shout out to Dr. Jackie. So she's interviewing this girl. This girl, she's a beautiful girl. She said she's from Atlanta, homegrown. How they say grown, not flown. I'm flown. But the girl basically is saying, like, listen, I have, I'm a doctor, but I'm a mother and a wife. And, one of my weaknesses is I can't seem to... not budget. No, what she say she can't seem to do? She said she can't. She has an issue with She said she had a weakness of one of her weaknesses was not being able to prioritize or something like that. Something to that effect. But Dr. Jackie likes her. She said, girl, look, it's a my girl. If I hire you, it's blood in, blood out. I'll come work for you, Jackie. I'm a Facebook doctor. Let me come in and be an OBGYN. Let's move on. We move to the next scene. Anila go see her husband for Phyllis, because she said her mama done stressed her the hell out, girl. She looking and aging bad. Dr. Eugene said, yeah, you look bad, fat. You done aged. Not Dr. Eugene, Dr. Karen, I caught that. But basically, Anila is saying, you was right, baby. You was absolutely right. My mama got to go. It ain't working out. She said, she came when I had my daughter at the beginning, and it was so nice and so good, and I thought that's what I was going to get. Ain't what you got. Dr. Karen said, didn't I tell you that? Didn't I tell you? But see, you don't listen. But let's harp on the fact that you said I was right. And Anila said, girl, boy, look, I told you was right. It is what it is. But she said she can't do it no more. Now, they got a plot to find a way to get their mama out. But the mama already said she ready to go. What is you saying? Now, the next plot is how they going to get Miss Gomez back. Miss Gomez, don't go back. Make Anila be a mama. Like she said, she 42. Let Anila be a mother to her children. Don't go back, Miss Gomez. They going to offer you the world. Don't do it. It's time for Anila to be a mother to them children that she done shitted out. Anyway, moving on, Anila's house gets robbed. Oh, wow, this was crazy. So Anila was one of the houses that got robbed, like we were talking about on Housewives of Atlanta. Anila's house gets robbed, and she got her home video footage, and she's just like, oh my God, this is devastating. I can't believe it. Apparently, whoever it was robbed them right after they left. So they were out. They weren't even there. So Toya sees the article and is telling Eugene that Anila and them house got robbed. And Eugene was like, that sounds like an inside job. Like, how the hell they pass up all them big ass houses to go to them? Like, somebody had to drop on them, basically. And Anila basically said she lost a lot of valuable things or whatever. And I don't know, something about Toya and Eugene's response was just a little fishy. I ain't saying they did it, but it was just a little fishy. On the flip side, Dr. Simone is telling Cecil about it, and Cecil was like, oh my God, like, I'm happy they okay. Like, this is insane. Dr. Simone's whole thing is, listen, what if Dr. Kieran was there and he came down to defend his family? It could have really got bad for somebody or multiple people, It's dangerous. Like, and even Cecil said, listen, once your home get compromised, a place where you dwell, it hit different. I ain't gonna lie. It do hit different. But you know, he's just glad that they wasn't home. Quad is on the phone telling Heavenly what happened. And Quad was like, somebody could have really got hurt. And Simone is, I already told y'all, she read the part where they say, well, Anita claimed that it was planned. Now, Quad feels like Toya could have set her up. Because Quad says, how is it that y'all get into it and then 2 days later that girl house get robbed? Now, first of all, it would take for Toya to have some goons on standby and on speed dial. But Toya, you did say you from Detroit. Did she say she from Detroit? You know them Detroit heifers is crazy. I know. I used to hang with a girl from Detroit. Them some crazy hood heifers. You know what I'm saying? I don't think Toya and them got the girl robbed. I don't. I really don't. Because they had a string of robberies around that time anyway. I just think she just happened to be one of the people that were watching. That's just what it is. But Quad's theory is Toya and them had something to do with it. Girl, watch your back, fat. That was the end of the episode. Y'all let me know what y'all thought about this week's episode. Did Toya set up Anila to get robbed? Because she felt some type of way about her saying, oh, you sleeping with somebody in the neighborhood? Because even Toya, you got to get confessional and say, oh, yeah, you know, why would somebody want to rob her? I mean, unless she lied on them or something to that effect. Girl, please don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, follow me on TikTok, and I will see you hoes later. Bye.
Mr. Carroll, how you give the voodoo doll time to talk? I don't get no fucking time to talk.
Who the voodoo doll is?
The nigga you just had up here.